had no idea Paul Skenes was going to be at the football game, but once I did find out, and coming into Acrisure Stadium yesterday, that is actually kind of cool, right? Good morning to you. Good Monday morning. I'm Dejan Kovacevic of DK Pittsburgh Sports. This is Daily Shot of Pirates. It comes your way bright and early every weekday. If you're into football and or hockey, I also offer daily shots of Steelers, Penguins in the same place that you found this. The Steelers, of course, were victorious on the home field over their arch rival, the Baltimore Ravens, 18-16, and Skenes and his young lady friend, Livy Dunn, were both there. They were on the field first, and then in the first quarter, and this is something that's scripted out with the home team, of course, he was shown in a suite on the big scoreboard and introduced as Paul Skenes of the Pittsburgh Pirates. And he stood up and he was waving the towel dutifully, waving it with pretty good form, you know, the kind that you would expect from someone who's up to doing things with the upper body that are good form. And the place loved it. It was really cool. They were really, really into it. But most interestingly for me, it was the moment that his name was spoken. That was the reaction. And I'm going to be honest with you here. It's been a while. If you go back to last summer, and that's really not that long ago, as in like less than a handful of months, the city was going nuts over this kid. The city was falling all over itself to get tickets to watch him play, to try to guess the date of his next start. Remember that kind of roulette? Like, well, if I don't get Skenes, I'll at least get Jared Jones. And then, of course, with the complete collapse of the team and the process and everything else over the final couple of months, all of that went poof. And the one thing I don't think anyone's going to like to admit or probably even talk about is that by the time September came around, PNC Park was empty, even when he pitched. It was at least really close to empty when he pitched, which all told meant that Skenes mania and everything else about it just vanished as soon as the team did. Now, on one hand, I've got to say that's actually pretty charming on the city's part, meaning, you know, hey, it's great that you're really, really good at this, and it's great that you're a big star, and the girlfriend is an Instagram influencer and a half, and that you started in the All-Star game as a rookie and everything, but you got to win here. And if what you're doing isn't going to contribute to winning, then you're a pirate. You're part of the Pirates. That's who you are. That's the only conceivable explanation that exists for Skenes not being the gate attraction in September that he was earlier on. I'm not even within the solar system of criticizing anything about him. Please understand that. This has nothing to do with him and everything to do with the overall collapse. But it's also as if all of the anger that followed the season and keeping Ben Cherington, keeping Derek Shelton, keeping pretty much everybody, overrode everything and everyone, including Skenes. So yeah, the thing yesterday at the football stadium, that was kind of cool. Seeing Skenes learn, and that's what he's doing right now, to carry himself in a slightly more act like you've been there before kind of attitude. That's also been cool, and that's what he showed yesterday. He's got a little bit of a scruffy beard. He's been visible. He's been making the Major League Baseball awards tour, which of course will come into full swing this week, and he's going to be seen and heard and celebrated and all this other stuff. And, you know, to the one thing I'm pretty sure you thought about, if you happened to catch him twirling that towel yesterday, he seems to kind of like it here. I mean, he does not have to be here in the off season, meaning per team rules. All players can go wherever they want in the off season. He's here. And, you know, just saying, if if this team were run by competent management and owned by responsible stewardship. And okay, here we go again. And when we come back, J1Q.
It's Gun Storage Check Week. Help prevent unwanted access to your firearms. No one wants their unsecured gun to be used in an accident, a suicide, or a crime. Use lockboxes, safes, and locks to secure your firearms. Learn more at gunstoragecheck.org. That's gunstoragecheck.org. Brought to you by NSSF, the Firearm Industry Trade Association.
J1Q comes from Andy, who says, DK, could this recent hiring of the assistant pitching coach represent a two-step process with Brent Strom replacing Oscar Marin? No, Andy, it's not going to happen. And I'm going to seize upon this opportunity to make a lot clearer than I might have what the intent was of last Friday's episode. Now, I'm going to do that by first stating that anytime you got to explain what your show was about, you probably didn't do a very good job with the initial show, right? Okay, last week, to end the week, I talked about the hiring of Strom, who was fired as pitching coach in Arizona last season. He was brought in here to be, the title the Pirates have given him is assistant pitching coach. He comes with an impeccable reputation. And I did share that much in the show, but I didn't go far enough, very clearly, judging by the reaction that I got. He's been to the World Series 4 of the past 8 years. He's helped some of the better pitchers in the game really find themselves. So I wasn't even thinking about criticizing bringing someone like that on. Rather, the point that I made, and I did say it, but again, if you don't stress it enough or you don't put it in the right terms, it's not going to be obvious what you're getting at, is that I would rather see this individual be the one who goes to the mound over Marin, who is a biomechanics specialist, someone who studies pitching motions, analyzes all of their various movements. You're not doing enough of this. You're not doing that. You're not planting your foot the way you did, blah, 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 blah. In game, this team has not had success with Marin going to the mound and saying, hey, just try this. Let's just get out of this inning. We'll work on the rest some other day. So then fill in the name of whoever the pitcher is. They throw some other pitch that gets sent over the wall, and we're like, why did we even send the pitching coach out there? Whereas Strom is the guy, the old school guy that you'd want to be sending out there in that situation. Now, honestly, I don't even know if that's in the rules. I don't even know if Major League Baseball has guidelines on who you can send to the mound. Like, does it have to be a manager? Does it have to be a pitching coach? There's rules about who's allowed to be in the dugout and whatever. So I don't even know that this is a thing. But no, I don't see a 76-year-old pitching coach, and that's what age Strom is. I don't see that as someone, even though he was just that with the Diamondbacks, is going to be coming in to take over somebody else's job. And I also made a point about a couple of MLB analysts who normally do not comment on such things conspicuously commented on what a spectacular move this was by Pirates management, and I found that to be something that didn't pass the sniff test because I've been on the other end of those kind of communiques, like, hey, if you say something good about this, wink, wink, nod, nod, we'll be the ones who are here whenever you need some kind of information from us. So all of that got interpreted as being, oh, bad hire. No, of course not. Of course it's not a bad hire. I just happened to throw a lot of different things into there, and I could see where it came across that way. So anyway, whatever. Maybe they should actually just make a move that I can talk about, huh? How about that? I appreciate everybody listening to Daily Shot of Pirates. We'll do another one of these tomorrow.